talking in my sleep at night, making myself crazy. Out of my mind, out of my mind. Wrote it down and read it out, hoping it would save me. Too many times, too many times. My love, he makes it feel like nobody else, nobody else. But my love, he doesn't love me, so I tell myself, one, don't pick up the phone, you know he's only calling cause he's looking alone. Two, don't let him in, you have to kick him out again. Three, don't be his friend, you know you're gonna wake up in his bed in the morning. And you're him, you ain't getting over him. I got no rules, I count him.
The 2K Sports Pregame Show.
Okay, basketball fans, with me, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. You're watching 2K Sports, but you know that already. Tonight we'll see the Denver Nuggets playing against the New Orleans Pelicans at Smoothie King Center. And for New Orleans, they're not satisfied with the record over the last 10 games. Under 500 basketball, just not good enough. Looking to improve tonight. Some teams fast out of the gate, others not so lucky. Kenny, for the teams that have started slowly, how do they turn the tide?
You know what? About a week ago, I was talking to a friend of mine about this, and I was like, when that happens, you can't panic. The season's just begun. Identify the real problems before you start tinkering on things.
Sometimes a lineup change can help. Things may just have to work themselves out, though.
Time now for tip-off. We get it to Kevin Harlan. He's got the call.
Live from New Orleans, 2K Sports proudly brings you NBA basketball from the home of the Pelicans. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. The Nuggets will kick off their road trip right here. This is a team showing a better record this year over last. This was their goal, and it's coming to fruition so far.
And you know, for the Nuggets, here's a team that some people doubted coming into the season. Obviously heard all the chatter, banded together, and now they've strung together some great wins.
And you know what? They've been on fire to start the year, so they deserve a lot of credit. We'll see if they can continue to rack up the wins going forward.
Well, we got plenty of youth on both sides. Clark, what's it like to be part of an up-and-coming team in this league?
You know what, Kevin? I think it's a mixed bag. I think it's both very exciting and on occasion extremely frustrating because you don't know what you don't know, and the lack of experience sometimes is more prevalent with young teams than more experienced ones. So watching both of these teams develop over time is really going to be fun to see how their journey plays out.
These coaches will need a lot of patience, though, and the veterans on the team, too.
Exactly. Both ways. You're right.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets' opening lineup. Harris and Hernan Gomez are on the perimeter. Millsap and Jokic the pair inside. And it's Murray in at the 5. Now here's Murray. Kicks it to Harris. And there's the pass to Jokic. He gets that one. Jokic has got his first 2 points.
Surveying the floor, Gary Harris recognizes when his teammates have open looks and gets it to him.
Holiday goes in. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Boy, it's a thing of beauty watching him attack the defense like that. I mean, they wanted no part of him on that layup.
Outside for Murray. No good with the triple.
Boy, awful defending, really. But in the end, they dodged a bullet. How about the leaping ability of Davis? Easily gets off the ground to throw it down. And he's a quick jumper and decision maker.
And a great second look there. Another Unleash Chaos replay. Brought to you by the Under Armour Hover Havoc. Here's Jokic, and Jokic slams it in.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
Here's Murray after Drew Holiday's score. Harris kicks to Murray. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Millsap trying to get open. Goes back up. And the basket by Harris. Harris has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Yeah, I like the extra effort Harris is putting into crashing the offensive glass. Good timing by Gary that time.
Holiday gets the bucket.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Boy, like his intensity, Greg. He's not afraid to take it straight to the rack on the bigger defender. Right at it.
Now here's Murray. A 14-point game for him in the win against Atlanta.
The defense has to be better. I mean, they were fortunate that he missed that mid-range jumper. It certainly wasn't because of the defense. Nice dime drop there from Holiday. Excellent awareness.
The Nuggets trail by 6. And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with Coach Mike Malone.
Well, Kevin, he said for them to be successful, they have to act like, and I quote, a swarm of angry bees, unquote, every time the ball goes into the post. If they don't, he thinks they're going to be in for a long night. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
New Orleans leading by 3. Davis down low. Jokic defending. That's good from Davis on the assist by Holiday.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
And Jokic slams it in.
At his size, Jokic a threat to throw it down, showing you how dominant he can be inside.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. Last game against the Nuggets, they lost in the Mile High City.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
Yeah, sloppy play sabotage them. I mean, they'll have to be much more focused this time around.
While we have a break, we can see which teams have made the most of their second chance opportunities over the last 10 games. In third, the Pelicans.
I mean, you love their aggressiveness, not settling for one shot offensively, but really running down those loose boards and converting for extra points.
And, you know, last year the Denver Nuggets were dominant from behind the arc. I mean, 6th in the league in three-pointers made, 7th in three-point percentage.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for Denver. It's a 5-point game. Jokic kicks to Hernan Gomez. Pass to Harris to the inside. And Jokic slams it in.
Love seeing this from Harris. I mean, proving how effective he can be as a passer.
And so here is New Orleans. And Clark, for the Nuggets last season, they in general shot pretty well from the field.
You take a look at the rotations they rolled out, Kevin. Always had an outstanding shooter or two on the floor and generally employed good shot selection, so that adds up to nice numbers.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Pelicans.
with the aggression they're showing early on, I mean, they're driving it to the hoop with authority and force.
One shot. And also, it's been a positive to watch that they've attacked the paint offensively as well. It's really been about the balance that they've shown.
Free throw, good, Holiday. Well, Greg, Anthony Davis with so much talent, it's easy to take Drew Holiday for granted.
I mean, I think Holiday is the catalyst in terms of this team's ability to create and really put pressure on an offense. It has improved his scoring and become a very efficient option at that guard spot. Has always been selective with his shots, but now is pressing a bit more to get involved, and more aggression from him, I think, has helped his production.
Here's Murray after Drew Holiday's score.
You know, an area worthy of further development for Murray is keeping his teammates involved.
Feeds it to Davis. Makes it off the glass. Davis has got 12 points in the game.
He can't miss.
At least not on those first 6 attempts, Greg. He is scorching out there, flame-throwing.
And that one's good, Jokic.
He has been fantastic this quarter, guys. It's just the kind of effort they need if they're going to continue to trim the lead.
Davis, and it's Davis with the jam.
Tremendous court awareness by Payton.
Here's Murray, still looking for his first bucket in this one. Harris outside. Here's Jokic. It's rebounded by Payton.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
You know, that's not easy at all. When guys get this close to the bucket, it's tough to stop the basket.
As dangerous as he is inside, Davis gives opponents nightmares when he's able to get to the mid-range. He's very reliable when he steps back and takes the jump shot.
And Jokic slams it in.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
On the wing, Harris. Second chance shot. It's rebounded by New Orleans. It's Davis on the wing. Hernan Gomez covering, and that one's good by Davis.
Hard to believe you could have this kind of a flow. Unbelievable.
Talk about putting up points in a hurry. He can't miss right now.
Now here's Murray. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. No one covering. 17 points for Jokic.
Jokic has such nice instincts for a big guy. Knows exactly when to shoot off the catch.
Here's Holiday. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Payton's got 9 assists now tonight.
This is some kind of performance we're seeing from him today. He has yet to miss a shot.
Now here's Millsap. Turned in an outstanding game against Atlanta. Another miss by Jokic. Pelicans leading by 8 to the middle. Here's Davis. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits. Davis has got 20.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Timeout is called first of the game for the Nuggets. One of the words we hear all the time now, Clark, two-way player. But when you were out there, everyone had to be, it seemed to me, a two-way player.
Yeah, you know what I think is interesting when you see some of these terms that come in vogue. There's not much that's new under the sun in terms of game. Two-way players were as valued in the past, even before me, as they are now. I just think it's part of the language of the game now where it's more prevalent.
Big group substitution here for New Orleans. Julius Randle's checked in for Anthony Davis. Darius Miller comes in for Mirotic. Solomon Hill is checked in for Ejuan Moore. And Ian Clark subbed in for Elfrid Payton. Big group substitution here for Denver. Plumlee, he's checked in for Jokic. Lyle comes in for Paul Millsap. Malik Beasley, he's checked in for Hernan Gomez. And Morris subbed in for Gary Harris.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Not much else you can do there. I mean, that's what you want. Too bad they weren't able to finish it off.
Here's Clark. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Beasley outside. To the paint. And there's Murray on the assist by Beasley.
And the confidence oozing from Murray. Just so efficient from the interior.
Holiday attacking, and it's sent back by Plumlee. They get it back, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And the Denver Nuggets get called for the foul. New Orleans shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
And the first one drops.
You know, Julius Randle is a young power forward, a little undersized for that position, but fairly dependable. Good movement when he gets to the basket, and he knows how to finish inside. Surprised his rookie option wasn't picked up, but he made the best of it in free agency.
So he gets them both. And for Randle, a free agent this past summer, it seems he never felt truly wanted by the team that drafted him.
Well, you know, he's dealt with injuries early in his career and a lot of trade rumors, which can affect a young player in a negative way. I think he's still shown solid improvement in his first handful of years in the league. And again, you've got to recall and remember how young some of these guys are. Even when they've been in the league 4, 5, 6 years, some of these guys are like 22, 23 years old. And that's still not enough time for them to fully mature as players.
Here's Holiday after the Nuggets pick up 2. And he makes that one. Holiday's got 21.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Now here's Beasley. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Randle brings the double team. Clock at 4. Morris with the bucket.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
New Orleans leading by 9. Holiday with it. Had a 24-point outing in their last game against New York.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
And a trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well, Greg.
Now here is Holiday. Banked in off the glass. He's got 23.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
To the inside. Miller, no luck.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Exactly. Can't play it any better than that, Greg.
Here's Lyles. No good on that one. Excellent D there from Holiday. It's Randle with the drive. The shot's good. Randle's got 6 points.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling. Off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Murray, the pass to Lyles. Down low. It's stolen by Hill. And a fast break now for the Pelicans. And Drew Holiday, the bucket on the assist by Clark. And that's now 25 points for Drew Holiday.
Defense has no answer for him. I mean, none. They look completely lost. He's been on fire.
Plumlee, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, I thought the opponent's defense just never showed up.
Yeah, you know what? The waters were calm for most of the game. I mean, little resistance. Felt like they could get any look they wanted at any time.
So you know it's My back is enormous. This is the last warning. Man, I got that night. Ooh, do the most. I don't want no better side. Can't no girl call me. No, you will not be caught up all over Mari. Cash out, make it rain, no game of time. Like a Harley, only boy in the party. I was on the phone. Yeah, I would play with Cardi. Come on, that's our song. Hearts all on my card. I was in the lamb card. He was in the one. I'ma keep on flexing. You don't like me, then I'm sorry.
Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You look at the Nuggets. Off to a great start this season, currently in second. And checking out New Orleans, 2 games back.
And I think for New Orleans, hanging where they are, right in the middle of the standings, will not make things easy for them down the stretch.
Well, it figures to be a hectic finish to the season as they attempt to lock down a postseason berth. They've got very little margin for error the rest of the way.
And he drops in the layup off the glass. Lyles got his first points of the game.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
Here's Clark. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got his 4th assist in this one. Morris dishes to Beasley. In the corner, it's Plumlee. Back to Beasley. 6 on the shot clock. Stolen away. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And that one's good by Clark. Clark's got his second basket of the night.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Jamal Murray.
When he has his momentum going forward, when Randall's playing downhill, it's really a foul waiting to happen.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
And the free throw line was a problem spot for him in their last game. Really struggled up there.
Yeah, you know, he had a lot of misses for him, and it looked to me as though he just never was comfortable from the foul line. And I don't think there's any question about it, guys. He's got to bring that percentage up. I mean, those are the kind of free throw numbers that will get you in a coach's doghouse and get your teammates a little mad at you.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
After playing just 1 season of college basketball, Randall entering the NBA with much fanfare, trying to live up to that lofty billing now.
The shot's good from Plumlee.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Outside Holiday, and no good on the last second attempt this time. Drew Holiday has been on display for the New Orleans Pelicans. They kept going to him again and again, and he delivered with a monster quarter. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Nikola Jokic, a former second-round pick, turned star in the league, talks about what the game means to him.
Basketball, like passion, love. Like that is the thing I play. Like when I know 4, 6, 7 years old, I don't know. Like basketball is always in my life. That like I think it's passion.
In basketball, Greg, a big deal in Jokic's native land of Serbia.
And I love his creativity. There's an artistry and a freedom in how he plays the game.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a comfortable margin for the Pelicans here, guys.
Through that first one, they've turned this thing into a track meet.
Yeah, outworking them right now, plain and simple. I mean, they've been terrific in the open floor.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. Taking a look at the Nuggets, they've got Plumlee. Beasley is out there with Lyles. Then there's Jamal Murray. Morris in at the point guard position. Here's Morris. Holiday score. Lyles no good.
solid rebound there. And with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort. Having now been a head coach for 5 full years, 2 years with the Kings, 3 with the Nuggets, Malone's had his fill of inexperienced rosters and has done a reasonably good job with them.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, well, some have nicknamed center Nikola Jokic the Joker, and he does have a lighthearted approach. He said, "This is not a job. I'm enjoying the game like a game of pickup basketball in my hometown. That's the mentality. No pressure. It's just a game." He feels that staying calm helps him succeed. Kevin?
Thanks, D.A. Dribble drive has never gone out of style. Still a primary weapon when you think about some of the guys who are best at that. Who comes to mind, Clark?
Man, there are a lot of guys that convert off the bounce at a high level. LeBron James, Kyrie Irving, one of the very best. I don't know if anybody has a handle as sweet as his. Harden is terrific off the dribble with the drive or the pull-up jump shot. Dennis Schroeder, maybe not of the ilk of those guys, but certainly a handful when he's got the ball in his hands with a live dribble.
Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Inside, Hernan Gomez. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And a long windup and strong follow-through on the one-hand jam.
Yeah, he's not going to mess that one up.
I certainly hope not.
And the basket by Payton.
Boy, sweet J from Payton. The defense can't afford to leave him open there.
Morris against Payton. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. The Nuggets shooting their first free throws of this game.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
And this year they haven't quite been able to maintain the free throw percentage they had last season.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
First free throw is good. Morris checked in for New Orleans. That one misses.
And with everything that Anthony Davis does on offense, it's just mind-boggling. His scoring inside and out, the percentages, he does it all. He is undoubtedly one of the best big men in the league, and many would argue he is the best in the NBA.
And Jokic slams it in.
Boy, it's a joy to see Jokic get the hot hand. A very efficient, multi-talented scorer, knows how to dial it up a notch when he needs to.
Now here's Randall. 7 points in the game.
Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display.
Yes, sir. Power and grace. That had it all.
Denver calls timeout. And with Anthony Davis, the stat lines, Greg, he can post on any given night are just absurd.
Really. Davis still strong defensively, but he really impacts every facet of the game. One of the rare players who can carry a team on both ends of the floor. There just aren't many great players that can lead a team to a championship, but I think Davis is of that mold.
Paul Millsap is checked in for Trey Lyons. And let's take a look at the playmaking here. This chart with the assist totals split between the front court and the back court tonight for Denver.
And their guards are taking on the majority of the passing and assisting for the team. Just as you might expect, the bigs doing their part by getting to good spots inside and making themselves available.
Doesn't get it to drop for him. Great D that time from Davis.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And the foul called on the Denver Nuggets.
Davis is really the total package, a mobile, sharp-shooting big guy who can score from everywhere.
And we've all heard the rumors that have been floating around the last few seasons. A lot of speculation if Davis could get traded or Greg leave in free agency.
I mean, Davis moving would be one of the rare situations where it literally could shake up the entire league. You hear a lot of different teams express their interest in him, but credit to Davis. He really has remained committed to New Orleans and has said everything you'd want to hear from a fan's perspective.
No good on the free throw. And he's good on the second. Clark, back when you were playing, what were the biggest challenges over the first third of the season you found?
Well, the travel is always a challenge, particularly early in your career, just learning how to manage that. How do you rest? How do you get your work in? How do you stay focused mentally? So the challenge of travel and the details of your craft. And then establishing chemistry with your teammates. We were kind of in transition my first 3 years in Indiana, where we had new players each year. And that's one of the challenges with the team that's struggling to be competitive.
Morris kicks to Harris. Here's Jokic. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Jokic has got 6 here in this quarter.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Here's Davis. No good on the shot. And Denver the other way now. Next up for them, the Bucks in Milwaukee. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
The Nuggets trail by 16. To the paint. Here's Jokic. And Jokic slams it in.
Oh, up high and down hard with that one-hander.
He got a little extra forceful. You're right with that one.
Boy, that sounded like Greg Anthony stealing a little bit of Kevin's thunder. I know this guy's hoping to rouse his teammates for sure with that one.
He is, and Greg sounded better saying it than I did. From deep three-point range, Herman Gomez grabs the miss. The Nuggets have gone 7 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. To the inside. It's good, and the New Orleans lead is cut down to 12 on the bucket from Nikola Jokic.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Payton kicks to Hill. Pass to Davis. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Davis has got 27.
Boy, he's dangerous right now. He feels like he's making every shot he puts up.
From 15 feet away, and too long on the shot. And it's Davis with the ball for the New Orleans Pelicans. They led the game at one point by 20. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Shots, gentlemen.
And here is the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's top rebounding teams this season. In third, the Pelicans.
You know, it's not necessarily a glamour stat, but make no mistake, their top-notch board work has been a huge key to their success.
And that one falls for Anthony Davis.
That's a great job getting to the line here. You know, he didn't have a single attempt in that first quarter because I thought he was tentative. Much more aggressive here in the second.
Mirotic is checked in for Randall. And both free throws good for Davis. The Nuggets trail by 16. It's stolen by Davis. And finished off by Davis.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came upright with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
Yep, it counts.
And, got to admire the patience inside from Davis. Outstanding at staying under control, taking his time, and burying the quality shot.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. With social media providing instantaneous news, Clark, players have to really watch what they say now before they hit the send button.
Yeah, you got to pause before you peck, and you got to pause before you post. That's one of the things I would tell.
Well said. Well said.
That's what I would tell guys when I was talking about this landscape that they're in. Heavily scrutinized, and to the NBA players' credit, they've done a great job with social media. They're very visible. They're very accessible. They're well connected to the community through their platforms. But you do have to exercise some caution in how you go about your social media profile.
And here's a look at some stats for Jokic. The last 10 games, he has been on a heck of a run. He's averaging 14 points a game, 10 rebounds, and 7 assists. And the numbers, while pretty outstanding, I mean, we've now come to expect that from this guy.
Completely in harmony with what his coach is trying to do there. Just a marvelous all-around talent.
Chalk up 2 there. Jokic has got 12 now in this quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And Elfrid Payton, over his 4 seasons, developing one of the most distinctive hairstyles in the league.
And I remember seeing some footage where his hair seemed to block his vision on a shot attempt. For a player who had struggled shooting the ball, many question whether a trim might be in order. We'll see.
Three shots.
That free throw, no good.
One of the things that jumps out at you immediately when you look at Payton is his size. I mean, he's a 6'4" point guard who knows how to use his body and skill set to his advantage.
He doesn't get the second one.
And, guys, you have to be able to knock down your free throws. Struggling with that this quarter, good way to let your opponent back in the game.
And he nails the third. The Nuggets trail by 17. On the wing, Morris, covered by Payton. And the wide open shot from Morris. Good, and Harris gets the assist. Morris has got 7. And so it's Hill with it. He brings it up for New Orleans. Here's Davis. Good on the bucket. Davis has got 35 in the game.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Morris kicks to Harris. Inside, Jokic.
Good ball movement. Wonderful pass. Couldn't have drawn it up any better.
New Orleans leading by 15. Here's Moore. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Outstanding vision by Payton. He loves finding open teammates.
Outside Millsap. Hernan Gomez finds Millsap. free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And Paul Millsap absolutely loves an unselfish style of play.
Well, he firmly believes that everything good starts with 5 guys willing to give up the basketball to get a better shot, going from good shot to better shot, and willing to get the open guy the ball. For Millsap, that's both fun to watch and fun to be part of.
Two shots.
And he makes the first. And Paul Millsap, a 4-time All-Star in Atlanta. Greg, as we know, he missed most of last season after left wrist surgery.
A big loss after just signing that mega contract with the Nuggets. I mean, he's a lot older than most of their core, but a great fit in their front court and obviously one heck of a player.
And so Paul Millsap nails both of them.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off. And that's how you move the basketball. Awesome passing leading to the bucket.
Here's Morris. 7 points in the game. He kicks to Harris. It's good from long range. Harris has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Boy, I tell you, he has been lights out. Sadly, they're still behind. He needs his guys to step up.
And it's good for 2.
Those defenders just looked a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Back to Morris. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Harris has got his 7th assist here tonight.
Boy, he hit his teammate in the perfect spot. Led him easily to the bucket. That's what you call a room service assist.
And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. New Orleans making a switch here. Miller's checked in. And a switch here also for Denver. Beasley's checked in. The Nuggets trail by 14. Knocks it loose. Morris outside. Jokic passes to Morris. And Davis sends it back.
Boy, I tell you what, Davis uses his length so well. I mean, a defensive stalwart who holds his ground, and because of his timing and length and athleticism, he's an excellent shot blocker.
Morris kicks to Harris. Back to Morris. Passes it to Jokic. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Timeout.
Jokic has got 33 points.
He's simply a machine at the offensive end. I wonder how far behind they'd be if he wasn't having this kind of quarter.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Lucky days and been the fossil. Your boy is dusty like brush up a fossil. Hear that shit hurt like the noise of a puzzle. I'm a king, I was born in the castle. Bet like a bouncer, I'm ready to tussle. One more baby, I'm ready to bustle.
Some changes for New Orleans. Ian Clark comes in for Ejuan Moore. And it's Drew Holiday in for Peyton. And Denver with a change here too. Murray's checked in for Gary Harris. Pelicans leading by 14. Holiday dishes to Clark. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession. And here's a look now at the shot chart showing the field goals attempted locations for Davis.
And really what jumps out to me about this shot chart is just how aggressive he's been when on the floor. I mean, he's doing everything he can to get as close to the hoop as possible before putting up that shot, and it's worked out in a big way for him and his team.
Now here's Murray. He has 5, and so it looks like Denver will retain possession here. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Denver.
Mason Plumlee.
And it's the Nuggets with the ball. They trail by 14.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
And hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
And Jokic slams it in.
Jokic doing a really good job that time, concentrating and maintaining his balance despite being fouled. And, you know, for Nikola Jokic, I mean, the team is relying on him more and more now, and he's earned that kind of trust, and expectations are big every night. One thing he's got to get better at, though, is not getting down on himself when he makes mistakes. He's got to stay positive.
Lyles checked in for Paul Millsap.
One shot.
Free throw, good. Jokic. And talking about Jokic, a fun-loving guy by nature, his teammates are trying to help him stay positive.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes he's his own worst enemy. He gets frustrated and then things start to unravel on him. His coach said, I don't want him feeling like it's all on him. Can't put that kind of pressure on himself. The message to Jokic, keep it simple. Keep it plain. Don't overthink it.
Here is Plumlee. After the basket by Nikola Mirotic. And Davis sends it back.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
And it's the Nuggets with the ball. After the basket by Nikola Mirotic. Knocked away, taken away by Holiday. And here's the fast break. Davis leading the way. Can't connect from short range.
And that layup is usually going in, especially when the defense is as lazy as that.
The Nuggets trail by 14. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Jokic has got 39.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second. And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Yeah, I concur. I mean, definitely on the roll right now. Seems like everything he's throwing up is going down.
Now, here's Lyles. 14 points from him the last game against Atlanta.
And don't forget about the work he did on the boards. His rebounding was a huge help in that game.
Beasley with it, and Holiday picks him up defensively. Murray, good.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Basket counts. Davis has got 43 points.
I'll tell you, he's beating up the defense in this quarter, going right at him and scoring in a variety of ways.
Davis with the double team. Holiday against Murray. Lyles kicks to Murray. Clock at 6. To the inside. Here's Jokic. Second shot opportunity. It's good, and the New Orleans lead is cut down now to just 11 on the basket from Lyles.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
Yeah, those are back crushers. I mean, they really crack your back when you give teams second shots like that.
Holiday gets the bucket.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Yeah, that was actually no defense at all there, Greg. I mean, layups don't come any easier than that. I mean, they're piling it on now.
And it's Mason Plumlee with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Holiday. Drilled it right as the clock hit all zeros.
Wow, what a clutch shot. He's got nerves of steel.
Woo! Gotta have big-time nerves to hit a shot like that at the buzzer.
That'll do it for the first half. Pelicans lead by 15. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Elfrid, you guys scored a lot in the first half. What are you doing well offensively?
I think it starts with defense. We're able to get out in transition, we're getting rebounds and pushing the ball. I think that's what's getting us open looks.
Well, we'll see if you can keep doing that in the second half, Elfrid. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings, friends and neighbors. One half down, another half to go. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. A tremendous game we're seeing from Anthony Davis. He had a scoring performance for the ages, putting up an enormous amount of points, 2 block shots, and 2 assists. Multiple times we saw the bench cheering him on in the first 2 quarters of this one. Kenny, your thoughts, how the Pelicans are playing?
Well, what I like with Anthony Davis, obviously, he's one of the most skilled bigs we've ever seen. But we're starting to see more power to his game. Just the ability to be physical when he needs to. So it always comes back to his health with him. Is he healthy? Then sky's the limit.
And big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Nuggets.
Well, they're obviously facing a hot shooting team tonight. That combined with a lackluster effort on defense, recipe for disaster, Ernie. Without major improvements defensively, this game is OVA. Over.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
A view from the sky above of this lovely city as we make our return to New Orleans, Louisiana. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. You look at Anthony Davis in this game, he's been everywhere.
And I loved in that first half that they were patient, looked for good shots, and knocked them down.
Yeah, I liked how they took the initiative. They were really locked into what they wanted, not letting the defense dictate their shot selection.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Mirotic is the 4 with Davis in the middle. Payton and Holiday are together in the backcourt, and it's Moore in at the 3. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. New Orleans leading by 15, and Davis, here we go. That one drops for him.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate.
Yeah, exactly. It sure is. Plenty of second opportunities. 8 of their last 10 points from the paint, but the defense still continues to back away and not show any aggressiveness.
One shot behind the lanes.
And that one falls for Anthony Davis. The Nuggets trail by 18. To the middle, here's Jokic, and another assist for him.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Here's Holiday. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Payton's got his assist totals piling up. 11 now for him. Denver shooting fantastically in this game, 62% from the floor. And Harris wide open. He shoots. No good on the triple.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Now here is Harris, following the miss by Anthony Davis. Jokic high post, and Jokic slams it in.
And really scored most of their points, but he can't score them all, guys. He's going to have to get somebody else to step up.
Here's Mirotic. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Mirotic has got 6 points.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
And Davis puts it in.
A nice start to the second half. Just one miss in their first 5 attempts.
Here's Murray following the basket by Anthony Davis. Murray left side. The pass to Jokic. Pelicans with the rebound. Mirotic has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Davis. Good. That's another bucket.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. And the foul called on Anthony Davis. That's foul number 2 for him.
Anthony Davis. That's his second personal foul.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. It's good. Jokic has got 45 points.
Millsap doing a nice job there reading the defense and makes a nice slick pass to burn the opponent.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Nuggets. Knocked loose. Inside. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Payton. And here's the upcoming schedule for New Orleans. On Monday, they'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan and the San Antonio Spurs. And then on Wednesday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Philadelphia 76ers.
And Kevin, things could get ugly for this team during this road stretch. They just haven't had the same focus nor execution that we've seen from them when they're at home.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. You have to like what we're seeing from Davis.
And he has absolutely worn them out in the paint. They need to come up with a plan to limit his touches in the interior. A chance to take a look at some stats for Murray. He's been a factor for them over the last month, averaging about 18 points per, 4 assists and 4 rebounds. And he brings that offensive firepower to the team. Scoring just comes naturally.
And, you know, defenses are throwing everything at him, yet he's still able to put up points. He's really unstoppable. Defense better watch out. They better be alert because this guy can make threes, as we saw in the first half.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the league has unveiled a 5-point plan to improve player-referee relations. Things became heated last season with a lot of star players ejected for arguing with officials. The emphasis on respect and clear standards of conduct on both sides can only help. Kevin?
Very good point, David. Completely agree. Thanks. That one falls.
Yeah, it's called 3D. Dejected, deflated, on defense. That's what's going on right now, guys.
And Etuan Moore has always been a solid shooter in the NBA, Greg, and he's continued to grow in that department.
I mean, just look at the career numbers from deep in terms of efficiency. In the last few years, he started to take on more and more volume in terms of the three-point shot. Hasn't changed his percentages, though, at all. And I would give him the green light as much as he wants from beyond.
The Pelicans making a switch here. Hill's checked in.
Good shot. Mind the lanes.
That one misses for Davis. Denver's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
Boy, have to enjoy, guys, seeing Murray jam it down like that. I mean, his vertical is pretty impressive.
And the Pelicans miss again.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Harris finds Millsap, and it's slammed in by Millsap.
Boy, good job firing the pass inside there. I mean, all his teammate had to do was catch and finish.
And here's Moore outside. The three-pointer is right on target. Moore's got 5.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot the D can afford to give him.
Here's Harris. And that one hits back iron. Pelicans leading by 21. Davis drives in. Buries it down low. Davis has got 58.
Boy, he's willed this team to the lead, demanding the rock and capitalizing with ease.
Good, that's another bucket. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy. Oh, you hear that sound? That's the flushing of the toilet right there.
Greg, a fierce two-hander.
Max Force throwdown.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Yeah, no let up. The killer instinct on display, trying to put this team away. I love the tenacity.
Denver making a switch here. Morris is checked in. Harris outside. Plenty of space. And Jokic gets it to go. The assist from Harris. Jokic has got 53.
Boy, he's making it look really easy right now. I expect them to continue to run the offense through him until the defense makes them change plans. It's basically been all him. I mean, he scored most of the points himself.
Now, here is Morris. 9 points in the game so far. Good.
He is just self-willing his team right now, doing everything he can to keep them alive.
Davis with the bucket.
And when he squares up, his height makes him a tough assignment.
Yeah, and he knows how to utilize that size. He takes advantage of it. And that's why he's able to take his time on these shots, because he knows he has that extra height advantage.
Here's Hernan Gomez. Following the basket by Anthony Davis.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game.
And guys, it's going to be a long time before we see another one just like that.
Jokic, and Jokic slams it in.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers.
Absolutely salivates when he attacks the rim.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
And Nikola Jokic came late to the game. He actually grew up horse racing. Finally started playing organized hoops at the age of 16. You never know it, though one of the most skilled big men the league has to offer.
Some changes for New Orleans. Randall's checked in for Davis. Miller comes in for Hill. And Ian Clark subbed in for Ejuan Moore. Malik Beasley, he's checked in for Denver. And Jokic, Greg, said he was a fat point guard until he got taller.
Well, even now, Kevin, Jokic, not the most chiseled physique, but the point guard background makes sense. His playmaking for a center is off the charts.
And it's the Nuggets with the ball, following the score by New Orleans. No good from Beasley. Randall with the ball. He's picked up by Millsap. Another one falls for New Orleans.
Nice control that time. Randall is smooth from the mid-range.
Denver's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Why don't we now look at the league's highest scoring teams? The real stats, the real scores from the real NBA. In third, the Pelicans.
And how about the year they've had offensively? This is a team that can put points on the board in a hurry. Always fun to watch them play.
Here's Harris. Pelicans pull it in. Mirotic has got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Showing quickness off the dribble, something that separates Randall from most other power forwards.
Nugget shooting in the third quarter has been brilliant, up around 58%. Down low, and Jokic slams it in.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one.
Well, guys, I'm glad they didn't try because I don't want anybody to get hurt out there.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
Connects again.
Make that 61 point.
Yep, everything is going his way right now.
Yeah, and when he gets charged up, watch out now. I mean, Randall dominating this game offensively.
And Denver has possession. Morris passes to Jokic. Connects again.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. Here's Clark. Another possession, another assist.
Another possession, another assist.
You know, Greg, he's sharing the ball well, hitting his guys in their spots. Up top, Morris, covered by Payton. And here's Harris from the arc. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
And offensively, he has been a liability more than he's helped this quarter.
There's your bully ball right there. I mean, a lot of folks think that's all Randall is a bully baller. With those big shoulders and that muscular body, he does a nice job putting them to use.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
Here's Clark. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Clark's got 10 points in the game.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches. He used to say, that ain't gonna get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
And again, another assist. Dishing it all over the place in this one.
He's tallying them up in bunches.
Morris kicks to Jokic. Beasley, the pass to Jokic. Back to Beasley. Morris finds Millsap. The Nuggets moving the ball around. 6 to shoot, but they'll get another chance. Here's Jokic. Just couldn't take the lid off. They had their chances, but came up empty.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
The Nuggets shooting a hot 57% from the field in the third. To the paint, here's Millsap, and another assist for him.
Another possession, another assist.
You know, Greg, he's sharing the ball well, hitting his guys in their spots. Morris against Payton. Outside Millsap. Beasley with a clean look. That 3 off the mark. New Orleans has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Here's Randall. Jokic with the steal. Beasley against Miller. Beasley kicks to Harris. Banked in off the glass. Harris has got 5 points now this quarter.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
No good from Clark.
Great look, but he couldn't finish. Everything but is how we say that. Surprising since the defense was very pedestrian.
Harris. And Millsap slams it in.
And, even though he's undersized, Millsap doesn't back down. He's good at outworking everybody on the glass.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
That's his second personal foul.
The Pelicans have had 15 tries at the line. They've made 10.
And when you look at that free throw percentage on the season, they're right around 73%.
The numbers from the line, guys, are close to where they were last year, but just a tad worse, so not too bad.
The first one falls. Drew Holiday's checked in for Payton. The Nuggets also changing it up. Plumlee, he's checked in for Jokic. Lyle comes in for Gary Harris. And Murray's subbed in for Morris. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Wide open look here for Murray. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know. And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Shooting 1.
And that one misses.
He's only listed at 6'4", but Holiday plays bigger than that. That's the case on D more than anywhere else. He can guard 3 positions, and there's a lot of value in that.
The 3. That one misses. It'll count. That one, no good. And so it's New Orleans, having no problems at all. Up 29 points heading into the next quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
18. Please don't try to play.
And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Taking a look at the Nuggets, Paul Millsap out there with Plumlee. Then there's Murray, and it's Craig in at the small forward position.
Still attacking, building on this lead coming down the stretch.
Yeah, he's clicking right now, and at the right time too, Greg. I mean, playing with a bunch of confidence in this fourth quarter.
Yes, that goes in.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Frazier. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got his 9th assist in the game now. Nuggets shooting 59% up to this point. They're working for great shots, and they're hitting them. And Murray, here we go. Millsap has the open look. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Pelicans.
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They have been the aggressors.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Denver making a switch here. Leiden's checked in. We know Clark fans want to see star players. That's been a hot topic around the league. The league has added rules, in fact, that now prohibit resting guys on certain nights.
Yeah, I think that's important that players have a real understanding of their responsibility. I understand trying to balance the rest versus the wear and tear of a course. That's another reason I propose a shorter season. I don't think you'd end up with this kind of controversy or debate. But I thought the league was right in requiring, your responsibility is to play all the games you're available to play in, unless you're injured. And I think it's important that guys take that responsibility seriously. And it's a responsibility they have to themselves, to the team, the organization, and the fans.
Now Murray, following Drew Holiday's three-point attempt. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Hits it from three-point range. Holiday's got 43 points.
And Holiday has a gorgeous touch from outside. He's a deadly shooter, an absolute laser when you give him space to fire.
Okafor grabs the miss. New Orleans has gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. That one drops for him. 45 points for Drew Holiday.
Well, this is what he likes to do. Try to break your spirit.
Yeah, I think he's trying to put this one away, quite honestly. It feels like he can lay it up against any type of defense, and he can.
Holiday with the block. And New Orleans pushing it up now. Holiday is running. Here's Okafor. Buries it down low. Okafor's got 4 points this quarter.
Guys, fast break points right now in their favor, and they're really pushing the tempo.
And, Greg, defensively, you got to have better floor balance and commitment to hustling back. You got to sprint back. You can't jog back.
It's stolen by Frazier. And New Orleans pushing it up now. And Okafor slams it in.
Just increasing their advantage. And right now, they're in a zone on both ends.
Yeah, it's got to be terribly deflating for the opposition. Boy, they look helpless. Really getting beat up, physically and emotionally.
Straight power, homie. He ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely a resounding dunk.
Yeah, for sure. That was a take no chances, take no prisoners slam right there, guys. No misses for him yet in this quarter. Solid as a rock.
Murray kicks to Leiden. Back to Murray. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside.
Tell you what, you'd hate to be the guy having the responsibility of guarding him.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Well, constantly finding lanes to the basket, getting great looks inside.
Murray, no good.
He's not exactly striping them from deep. He had 1 3-ball in the first half, still bagels in the second.
And you can see it. They're in a nice rhythm in terms of shooting. It's been that way the entire second half.
And Greg, it's hard to ask for much more than that because they're getting to their spots and they're knocking down the shots.
Pass to Leiden. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Clark, these days, less emphasis on divisional rivalries, more emphasis, it seems, on conference rivalries. Are you reading that the same way?
Yeah, I am, and I think part of it is because winning your division doesn't necessarily affect your playoff seeding the way it used to. I think if we get rid of conferences, the rivalries could shift again. So I've already laid out my position on conferences. Let's stay East and West.
And he makes the first. Solomon Hill, he's checked in for the Pelicans. E'Twaun Moore comes in for Drew Holiday. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. New Orleans has gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Here's Hill. Good, and it's Frazier who picks up the assist. Frazier's got 3 assists tonight.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
And he found the soft spot in the D on that possession.
And the basket by Hill. Now here's Murray. Ball's knocked loose. And the basket by Hill. Hill's got 6 in the quarter.
no hesitation at all in transition, and they have a huge margin in that department.
Fast breaks yield easy buckets, guys. They've made the most of their chances in that regard. The defense not able to get set. You get a running start to the rim, you should get a good number of scoring chances that way. Well, he was the 6th pick in the draft not too long ago, Jamal Murray, and started slowly, which can happen for a lot of young guys. Shooting percentages were down, turnovers up, but everybody knew he could still shoot.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. And Clark discussing Murray. This is a guy with truly deep range.
Yeah, in the gym range, Kevin, and his shooting motion stays consistent no matter where he shoots the ball from. I think his best trait, shooting the ball, is one that every team craves.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And that efficiency, Greg, as you know, so critical when you're looking to overcome a deficit. You've got to be close to perfect and can't waste scoring opportunities.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
For Denver, they've gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. To the middle. Here's Leiden. Basket counts.
You know, the rest of the D can be stretched a little thin when the double team's in place like that.
Moore with the bucket.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Now here's Murray. Moore with the block.
Seems like he's in a hurry. He's kind of rushing his shot. Clearly out of rhythm right now. That's a big reason why they're losing.
It's good.
And that's how you move the basketball. Awesome passing leading to the bucket.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Denver Nuggets. But they recover it. Pass to Leiden. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
That's his second personal foul. At the line for the Nuggets, number 23. At the line for 2.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
He misses the free throw. So neither attempt will fall that time for him.
Boy, he's having a tough time right now. Seems like he's forcing his shot a bit to me, Kevin, not letting it come in the flow of the game.
The Nuggets have gone through the fourth quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14. Murray, the pass to Craig. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel.
Yeah, they've gotten careless, Kevin, no doubt about it, with their turnovers in the second half.
Clark, he's checked in for New Orleans. Beasley's checked in for Denver. Morris comes in for Jamal Murray. Frazier kicks to Moore. Good, great play set up by Frazier. Frazier's got his 9th assist in the game now.
Oh, great production on the interior right now. 8 straight from inside.
Buffalo bully ball right there, partner.
Okay. Getting a little physical. I like that. I like that reference.
Craig, good. New Orleans has gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Here's Clark. Count that as his 7th field goal, 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wentz.
I could not say it any better, showing you some real focus, taking it inside against the bigger man.
Here's Diallo. Frazier outside. And it's Moore penetrating. It's deflected, and we may have an injury here. That does not look good.
And that's the one thing you just really can't control or even guard against, and that's injury.
Yeah, you know, aside from some of the player protection rules, which have been of benefit, a lot of it just comes down to what the body can withstand.
Denver making a switch here. Welsh is checked in. Denver's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. And another assist. Dishing it all over the place in this one.
He's tallying them up in bunches.
Here's Clark. Good, and it's Frazier who picks up the assist. Frazier's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. Denver shooting 53% from the field in the fourth quarter. Can't ask for more than that from your offense. And that one is good by Beasley.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Here's Clark. Got it. Good job in the low post. Clark's got 12 points in just the second half. The Nuggets shooting a smooth 58% from the field. Everything going according to plan for them on that end. Inside, Beasley. That shot misses. Hill with some nice D. Clark, the pass to Frazier. New Orleans moving the ball around. Hill drives in and out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. And now a chance to see what's coming up for the Denver Nuggets. They'll be matching up against Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks. Then on Wednesday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And for that Thunder game, it's the second game of a back-to-back, and you know they're going to be feeling the effects of it. Playing that much basketball in that short amount of time really takes a toll. If you let him get that deep, this is what you can expect.
Yeah, he's not only strong as ammonia down there, he's smart as Einstein, too. Poor effort from the defense. Always enjoy solid, good passing. Easily setting up his teammate. Does not get any easier than that.
Frazier against Morris. Kicks it to Beasley. And again, another assist. And that's his 20th assist. Wow.
Just doing a great job at orchestrating the offense.
Shot good by Diallo. Diallo's got 4 points in the quarter.
Got to be happy with the result, moving the ball so well on that possession. Beautiful.
Morris against Frazier. Here's Craig. Passes to Welsh. Uncovered. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Here's Clark. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Clark's got 22.
He got a little room at the rim and laid it in. Great play.
Moment here now for an injury report. Let's find out the news on Mason Plumlee. David, what's the update?
Well, guys, I was able to catch up with the Nuggets head athletic trainer. And the news is pretty good. It does not look like a severe injury. He won't play any further tonight, obviously, and will be out for quite a while. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thanks for checking in and letting us know how he's doing.
And let's just hope that he doesn't have any setbacks during his recovery.
Yeah, I'm with you there, guys. One thing we know is that he's not going to let it get him down. I mean, it'll only motivate him to work harder to get back as soon as possible.
1:36 left in the fourth. Here's Frazier, and he banks in the layup.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter, just served him up.
Denver's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for New Orleans.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And with this win now, we're all square, 1-1, 2 more games yet to come in what's proving to be a very competitive season series.
Boy, I tell you, look at these teams, Greg. They're very evenly matched. This could be one of the better in-conference battles we see this season.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Anthony Davis.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Miller's checked in for New Orleans. New Orleans making a switch here. Moore's checked in, and Denver also making a switch. Murray's checked in, deflects the pass, and stolen by Miller. Here's Frazier. Can't hit that one. Murray with the defensive effort. 3-on-3. 35 seconds left in the game. Bangs home the trifecta.
And Murray is really deadly with the catch-and-shoot jumper. When the defense isn't playing up on him, he has no problem going right up with him.
And giving the fans what they came to see, a spirited performance.
Well, they've got to be pleased with the effort they've seen so far tonight. Everybody pitching in for what looks to be a solid W.
Here's Leiden. His 3-pointer's off the mark. Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. They're in front by 48. 17 seconds left in the fourth. What do you think, guys?
You know, this is a timeout maybe just so they can pat each other on the back because no other reason to call it.
Well, they're really just being conservative, making sure they don't make any last-minute mistakes, I guess. I mean, I have no idea. No idea.
Said me, I need a Rolex. The Sean, he need a Rolex. I guess whatever I get, make sure my bro get. Believe me, if I'm eating, we got the itis. No touch, we talking numerals. I got the Midas. Just like 2, I'm out your grind. This is not an I thing. It's a we thing. It's a team thing. This is not an I thing. It's the green thing.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Anthony Davis.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite. This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing.
And that one, good.
And how much longer are they going to keep that foot on the accelerator?
As long as required, Greg. I mean, you can tell they want to put this thing to bed.
Kicks it out to Beasley. So we see the Pelicans taking the W here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. AD, it looked like you guys were having some fun out there. Is there a new dynamic coming up offensively?
No, we just don't care who scored the ball. The ball movement was great. Everybody's rebounding and talking. So when we play like that, it's fun to watch, and everybody out there having fun, smiling, a lot of emotion. That's all we ask. That's all Coach asked for, and we did that tonight.
Good win tonight, AD. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.